It's not that cold for this. But
It's actually not that bad, but I'm glad. Yeah, it's better to err on the side of caution.
I mean, I look pretty classy.
You look pretty like the money, and I feel like the money with the black dog. I'm still showing my loyalty, even though I'm pissed off. Anyway, segment 2. I love that. I love that. I was going to say that's one of the coolest things you've ever worn.
I'm pissed off.
Segment 2. Welcome back to the sack. It is a tip 'em back Tuesday here in the mid sack. It's not quite frosty and delicious, but it's a bit on the chilly side. It feels like fall. That is the redoubtable one himself, Tom Izzo. I'm the highly questionable one, RJ Miliaccio. Segment 2. New York Football Giants almost pulled off the upset of the year on Sunday night. And the thing is, it was of their own doing that they didn't do it, which doesn't bode well for the Bills, Joel, because this is becoming far too common. Because between the Jets and, the Jaguars are a legitimate team. They're a playoff team. But the Giants, they don't have the manpower. But the Giants have, for the third juggernaut they've played offensively, Buffalo, Dallas, and San Fran. Those last, not Dallas, but Buffalo, Miami. At Miami, I might add, San Fran. By the way, look at what Miami did to Carolina the other day. So I'm telling you right now, the Giants' defense is vastly improved over the past month, given what they have played against.
So without a doubt.
Okay, they've been in those games, as shorthanded as they are. And here's the other encouraging thing. That rookie, that Blitnikoff winner is starting to look like a Blitnikoff winner. If you saw that game, he made some big plays. He made some big plays in that game that gives me, if I'm a Giants fan,
well, Tyrod got the ball to him.
He did, but the thing is,
Daniel Jones has not done that enough, or hasn't been in the game.
I don't know if he's been targeted. We have to look, and we can look at that. We can see how many times he's been targeted.
A little bit,
but I'm saying he's starting to show up here. And by the way, this is still the early part of the season. This is still the first half of the season. So I'm telling you right now, Waller's being more aggressive. Waller drew that pass in the first. It's a great play by him to draw that to get him down there.
The second one.
They did. Oh my God,
terrible.
Teddy Bruschi, who I love, but Teddy Bruschi, come on, Teddy. He goes, well, you got to catch it with two arms. Well, he can't, Teddy, if his right arm is ripped down by his arm. No, that's pass interference.
And then the explanation on the game, like, look, I understand calls like that get missed all the time. The Giants benefited from it last year with the Commanders. I understand that.
Obvious calls get missed all the time. That was an obvious call.
I know.
It was obvious.
I know. No, and all I'm saying is,
it wasn't bang, bang, and it was no.
All I'm saying is, that's not the only reason the Giants lost.
No, the first half is when they lost this game.
But in addition to that, it's just like the conversation they had on the broadcast where they bring in the referee specialist, whoever the fuck that is.
Yeah, the guy in New York.
Right.
He's in New York, too.
And Chris Collinsworth, who I know a lot of people give shit to, he had this right. He was like, that's holding.
That's holding.
And the guy goes, well, but see, it gets into a little bit of a difference here because it's only holding if it happens while the quarterback still has the ball. Once the ball's in the air, then it becomes pass interference. Yeah, we know the rule.
It's still a fucking penalty.
He was holding him before he had the ball, and the ball was in the air. So it was holding and pass interference. What the fuck are you talking about?
One could argue they could have thrown two flags.
And he's going, and then Collinsworth, and then he explains, in order for it to be pass interference or holding, the referee has to determine that the contact, directly impacted whether or not the person caught the ball. And it's like, well, yeah, if the guy can't lift one of his arms, that is a major hindrance to the catch.
I want to do this like America. He's trying to catch it with one arm because his second arm is being held down by his side.
So half his body's being pulled down.
The defender, which inhibits the receiver's ability to catch the ball. Okay? So that's right there the dumbest explanation I've ever heard in my life.
Right. So beyond that though, okay, refs blew that.
Shouldn't have come down to that.
No, it shouldn't have come down to that.
It shouldn't have kicked a field goal to win it. At
the end of the first half, with 15 seconds left, they had just stopped the clock, and Tyrod Taylor gets up to the line of scrimmage. They're on, I think, the 2-yard line or 1 yard line.
1 yard line.
1 yard line.
1 yard line.
Yeah, because wasn't there interference?
9 seconds. It was first down. They should have had 3 shots at the end zone. Should have.
I thought it was 15 seconds.
No, it was 9.
It was 9.
It was 9.
It was 9. He alerted, basically, called an
the
audible
helmet.
to
He did this. This was the call
to
right
the,
here.
to the run play.
I think he was trying to tell him, I have no brain. I have no brain. Somebody
Right.
tell me what to do. I
So
have no brain. I have no brain.
supposedly, every time a play is called, there's two.
Yeah, a pass play and a run
If they're
play.
set up to D against the run, we're going with the pass portion. If they're set up to D against the pass, we go with the run. However, in a situation like that, you can't run.
Because why?
Because,
what don't they have?
Because there's no
There's no
timeout.
timeout.
And if you don't get in the end zone, which can happen on a run,
Of course it can.
the clock doesn't stop. You will not have enough time to get up, snap the ball.
See,
It's impossible.
this is where I laugh at the Seattle Seahawks fans because we should have run the ball with when that was Saquon Barkley, who didn't get in the end zone.
Yeah,
Okay?
but the timeout
All
thing
pros.
was different there.
I'm saying, but the point is,
They had
though,
another
I know,
timeout.
but the bottom line is they didn't run because first of all they didn't call a time. They wasted a lot of time getting down there. If you call Seattle,
right.
but that's neither here nor there. The point is, a run play at the 2-yard line, the one is not guaranteed to score.
No, because they're in
It
goal
is
line
not.
defense.
They're in goal line. You know what's there, America? 5 of the fattest men you've ever seen in your fucking life. And by the way, not only are they fat, but they are strong. It's like 5 sumo wrestlers at the line. They're 330 plus. They're all between 6'3" and 6'7", and all they do is eat and shit and mow things over.
And behind them are 260-pound
linebackers
that fill the gap.
Maniacs who audition as stunt doubles for Michael Myers and Jason Friday the 13th, that kind of shit. That's what those guys are.
So here's the thing. So he does this. Anybody who knows half a fucking cent about football knows that's a bad call.
It's a bad call.
Brian Dable, and
Did it again.
Brian Dable goes crazy on the side.
Did it again.
Starts yelling at the OC. The OC goes and points out to Tyrod. So then Dable goes after Tyrod.
He finger pointed. The OC went.
He goes, it wasn't me. So then, and to me, that is the culture of the Giants right now. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
And it starts with Dable. You're so angry
wasn't him either.
that somebody on your team could make a decision like that, but week after week, somebody makes a fucking decision like that. So maybe you should stop running around yelling at people and understand what the fucking problem is.
Take the reins.
I
make all the decisions from now on.
Sure.
He's the head coach. Technically, he can't do that.
This is the process we're going to use moving forward. If we're deviating from it, I've got to sign off.
Yep.
Period. Or
I've got to sign off.
If you're the only smart one in the room and the rest of them are all idiots, then take control.
Yeah.
Because there is no way in hell that player should have thought that was okay.
Well, again, he's not a rookie though either, and
Yes.
this could have been on him.
Well,
it's very possible it is on him.
And at the same time,
Yeah, I mean,
Tyrod Taylor, what the fuck is wrong?
What are you
Come
doing?
on.
I'm not absolving Tyrod Taylor of anything here because honestly,
Other than
I
that,
don't
he
need a
was
coach.
great.
I don't need a coach to tell me that.
You're right.
I don't need a fucking coach. He's never played organized football. 40 years
and
old,
to that point,
and he
I
knew sitting on his couch, we are not running the ball in this play no matter what.
And to that point,
But Tyrod Taylor didn't.
And to that point, I understand Dable getting crazy.
I'm not saying Daboll was wrong. I'm saying Daboll did it in front of a camera again. Don't say anything. Throw something on the ground and walk to the locker room. Then you get behind clothes, then ream the guy out. Because then it looks like you're passing the buck.
Yeah, it does. It really does. And it's becoming old because it's like, okay, the Giants are going to make bonehead plays and you're going to get mad. Mm-hmm. That's what they're becoming. And it's like, no. All right, you got to find a way to fix these problems. They have to play smarter.
Well, here's the first way you do it. You take one for the guy, and you say, look, I'm not going to rip you in public for this, even though you probably deserve it, because I'm not going to do that to you. But going forward, you got to stop fucking up. Because honestly, you just cost us a football game.
He did.
He pretty much did, because if they kick the field goal there, they're trying to kick a field goal and not hit a receiver and leaving it in the hands of the officials, who, as we all know, America, are bumbling boobs.
Dude, but beyond that, if they score a touchdown, they have 2 shots to score a touchdown.
They could score a touchdown there too.
They score a touchdown. They don't even need a goddamn field goal.
You got this all-world tight end for a reason, for plays like this, and you're calling dive plays with no timeout. That's fucking ridiculous.
And then on the last play of the game, you throw the ball 10 feet over his head. I mean, if that ball's in his face, he'll catch it even with his arm being pulled.
Yeah.
You threw it.
He did get a finger on it. He got a finger on it, didn't
he? He got a whole hand on it. But he had to get to his apex.
Yeah, well, which he couldn't do because being held down by the defensive
And it was like, if you throw the ball a little, the DB's 6 foot. You don't have to throw that 15 feet.
Nope. You don't.
Yeah.
But I mean, look.
But he played. But Tyrod, other than that big ass mistake, he actually made the offense look civil.
Saquon Barkley was there.
That's true.
And all that proves is that Saquon Barkley is everything we said he was. He's worth at least $20 million a year. Because he made that
$20 million for 3 years.
He made that kid look good. Because if you look at the kid's numbers in the game, he doesn't look that good.
And it took Saquon a half to get going.
Well, again, he was playing one of the top 5 defenses in football.
Yeah,
and
no, I'm not taking anything away from Saquon, but I'm saying that
if I'm the Giants,
Tyrod actually.
If I'm the Giants
better.
right now, I lock him up right now and sit him for the rest of the fucking year and tank this season and go for #1 pick. Because their schedule is just as brutal as everybody else is going down the stretch. They're not going to win a lot of games anyway. They're not getting in the playoffs. So you might as well pay him his money because I think he proved his worth the other night against Buffalo. If he didn't prove it then, he never will. Okay? Pay him his money, sit him and Daniel Jones the rest of the season.
They'll never do it.
Get the top 5 pick, draft the best receiver in the draft or the best lineman. In their case, it's lineman. Just draft fucking lineman. Draft the highest rated guy on the board at that draft pick and call it a day. So if you pick in the 3rd round, okay, who is the highest remaining lineman left? I don't give a fuck who he is. Him. Draft him. That's it.
He's a tackle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mel Kiper
he's a
says
guard?
so. He's good. Boom. I don't care how you just do it. That's what the Giants should be doing this offseason. Because I think this kid Hyatt, I'll tell you what, he made 2 or 3 catches against that defense that he didn't look like no rookie to me. He didn't look like no rookie to me. He looked like that kid looks like he can be something.
He goes after the ball.
He goes after the ball. He is aggressive as hell. He is not afraid to take a hit. Okay, this is everything you want.
He caught one, embraced himself,
yeah, he knew
and caught a first down pass.
Yep, I saw that.
It was like down near the goal line.
And I kept saying that's why there is
I think
hope.
it was on that final drive.
It was on the final drive. That's why I'm saying there is hope. They've got some playmakers. They've got a good young quarterback. They've got lock Saquon Barkley up.
They're not going to.
Why not? Tell me why not.
Because they haven't done it yet, and he got hurt this year.
It's only week. First of all, you can't just. It's week 6. There's 10 games to go.
I'm talking about if they were going to do it. Last year was a year to do it.
I think now it is because you literally with that kid, and you can even draft if you get high enough. You could draft Marvin Harrison Jr. and you could have both of them next year. Holy fuck!
Dude, I agree with you. I'm telling you, they won't.
If they keep losing, they will.
Lock him up?
Saquon Barkley needs to stay in this offense. You can't replace him. There's no back in this draft that can do what he does. And he's not over the hill.
I agree with you.
Okay, you can give him a 3-year deal. You can pay him $20 million.
If they were going to do that, they would have done it last year.
I think, he's playing for this is what they call a show me year. You give him a franchise for 1 year. He's shown me enough already.
Last year was show me.
No, but he's done it back-to-back seasons. He's shown me his value in back-to-back seasons. When he's on the field, he can make a third round quarterback.
He just missed 3 games. That was the reason they didn't want to pay him.
I'm saying you got to pay this guy.
They won't.
And by the way, the reason he keeps getting hurt is because his line sucks.
That's probably true.
So why don't you do this a favor? Pay him his money, sit him down, and draft all linemen, with the exception of maybe Marvin Harrison Jr. if he's there and they're there when they get him.
If you can get the best offensive player, you do it.
Yeah. And then you know what? Every other pick is a fucking offensive lineman or a defensive lineman.
D-line.
D-line. Just draft those. Take your last 6
Build
picks.
the trenches.
Build in the trenches. Take the highest rated player on the board at offensive or defensive line, wherever the fuck they are.
You have a tight end. You have a back.
Yep. You have one
a
receiver. You have 2 receivers. Oh, Slayton looked really good the other night again too. Slayton's good.
He's all right.
He's good. He's solid.
You have a young cornerback that is. Dude, he's performed well against Tyreek Hill.
He looks good.
He's performed
He
well
looks like
against
Gonzalez
Stephon
looked
Diggs.
before he got hurt. He looks good. You may
Deontay Banks from Maryland.
You may have a shutdown corner. I'm saying that's the other thing. You may have a shutdown corner. Look at the
rookie,
guys
what
he's covering.
Doing. Yeah, he's doing
that's
really
impressive.
good.
That's very impressive for a rookie. And I think they may have that guy.
He's not taking all the snaps against those guys, but his snaps against those guys, if you look, is
he's holding
respectable.
His own. More than respectable.
Yes, more than respectable.
So I'm saying that there is hope for them if they play their cards right.
Dude.
But this is all about the interior lines in the offseason.
Yes.
And you've got to, and I'm telling you, don't let Saquon Barkley leave this organization.
I totally agree with you.
Don't let him.
Don't
let
think,
him leave this organization.
I think
that'd be a monumental mistake if
I think
they let him
will.
walk.
The other thing that had me most excited about this game, other than the fact that we were in it, I didn't expect that at all.
You were ahead in the third again. You were ahead.
My favorite part about this game was Bobby Okereke. That is the first time he's the middle linebacker that they got from the Colts in the offseason. Yeah. That dude was everywhere.
He was. How many tackles did he end up?
I have no clue.
He had to have had. Hold on a second. If I go to
it had to be 10, at least
10 tackles. They kept saying his name.
Maybe 12?
Let me see. Hold on. It was, hold on. Let me go to this game. He had stats. Box score. tackles. He had 11 tackles.
11 tackles.
8 solo.
8 solo
He
tackles.
forced 2 fumbles.
I mean, that's a fucking hell of
That's
a
a
game.
middle linebacker.
That's a
boys and
Pro
girls.
Bowl game.
That's a Teddy Bruschi, Zach Thomas, Ray Lewis type performance.
And against that quarterback?
Against a very good offense.
And a good offense.
A very good offense.
I'm very excited about
I mean, look,
about him.
Diggs got his. Diggs 10 catches, 100 yards. But after him, they shut Davis down. They shut Knox down. They literally, and I'll tell you what, this is where Buffalo also. Buffalo ran for 128 yards. Cook and Murray, but they're Buffalo. They're top 5 offense.
Yeah.
I mean,
those aren't astronomical offensive numbers.
Look, Josh Allen, 19 for 30, 169 yards and 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. That's doing your job. They kept them in the game. That's the guy you got to contain. Is Josh Allen. He's their best player. That tells me they contained him.
Well, the turnovers allowed them to keep him out of the end zone.
But they started to force turnovers the past couple of weeks.
They have.
And they've been doing it against elite offenses.
They got 3 against Miami.
I'm saying they're doing this against elite offenses. Elite quarterbacks.
True.
They're not doing this against scrubs.
With good receivers.
With good receivers. Yeah, elite everything. Those 3 offenses are in the top 6 in the league.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay? And they have held their own against all 3 of them. With no pass rush, I might add.
Yeah.
So,
but they've been getting pressure. It's not always resulting in sacks.
No, but they're getting
more pressure.
And again, you want to rattle to his cage? Get in his face and 3 picks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Hey, Jalen Hurts, like every other quarterback in America, everybody's laughing at Mac Jones. What did the Jets do to Jalen Hurts? What's that? 3 picks.
Yeah. And they didn't even have Sauce.
And they didn't even have Sauce Gardner, and they had 3 picks.
Sauce Gardner was
there is no quarterback in this league, you Mac Jones fucking haters, that is immune to this shit. And by the way, Mac Jones against the Jets played a hell of a lot better than fucking Jalen Hurts did. And he has no weapons. None, as far as I'm concerned. He has no A.J. Brown. He has nothing like that. Nothing.
See, the reason it's so rare is that when you have a team that's built well, it's rare that like their offensive line gets dominated. But when it happens,
look at what the Cleveland Browns front 7 did to Purdy. Look at what they did to him.
Well, look at what Myles Garrett did to Trent Williams.
Yeah.
He was running by him all day long.
And you dickheads up there are going to tell me Mac Jones couldn't do Brock Purdy's job? He could do it better. He was better in college. Mac Jones has proven one thing. If you give him a Rolls Royce, he can win you a championship. And he did it in the SEC. Brock Purdy never proved anything like that. And he was handed the keys to a Ferrari. Okay? He just lost to a team with a 3rd-string cornerback. Okay? And their defense is top 5. And he was pedestrian. He was Mac Jones. He was Danny Dimes. He was, dare I say? No, I won't go there. That's not fair. That's an insult to him.
What were you going to say?
He's not Ryan Tannehill. Nobody's Ryan Tannehill. Okay, I'm not. That's not fair. Brock, I apologize. I got out of line. Okay.
It's insane to me that the Titans win games still.
Well, Vrabel can coach. He can coach. They can still run the ball, and they do have a defense. Vrabel's a defensive guy.
Dude, they were in that fucking game against the Ravens.
Yeah, they were. They had a chance.
They were right there.
I'm saying. So anyway, we're gonna do our picks. Let's look back. Do you have these? Yep, all right, we're gonna overview. I don't know. I think he still got me by a game this week. It was closer.
Did it? No,
yeah, because I went back and picked the Patriots.
I know, but I had New Orleans over Houston.
Yeah, but I think you got me by 1. I think we'll find out. We both had
yeah, because you chose the Bucks.
Yeah, I took the Bucks.
So KC, we both picked.
Yep.
Baltimore.
Yep.
We both picked.
Mm-hmm.
Both were wrong about Atlanta.
2-1.
So 2-1. Both were wrong about Chicago.
2-2.
Both were right about Cincy.
3-2.
Both were wrong about San Fran.
3-3. I think all of America was wrong on that one.
Both were right about Miami.
4-3.
Both were right about the Jags.
5-3.
I was wrong about Houston.
So you're 5-4. I'm 6-3.
But then you were wrong about New England. I was right about Vegas.
So we're both 6-4.
Both. Did the Rams win?
We both had the Rams. 7-4. Both of us.
Both wrong about the Eagles.
7-5. All of America was wrong on that, by the way.
You were wrong about the Bucks. I was right about the Lions.
Yep. So I'm 7-6. You're 8-5.
Both right about Buffalo.
Yep. 8-6. 9-5. 8-6. Yeah, I'm 1 behind you.
And they were both wrong about the Chargers.
So I was 8-7. You were 9-6. 15 games. Yeah. Yuck. But upsets happened. Upsets happened. San Fran, no one had San Fran losing. No one had Philadelphia losing.
Yeah.
So right there, we're both at around 10 wins. So, I mean, the thing is, but that's this league. Detroit goes down with a lot of injuries, I might add, on offense. That's why I picked them to lose. And they still found a way to get on that defense. That touchdown pass, by the way, Jared Goff. Want to talk about the Matt Patricia?
You like him.
I've always liked him. I liked him when he got to I thought that he got a bad rap in L.A. He wasn't the reason they lost to the Patriots. Bill Belichick outcoached McVay. McVay pissed in his pants. That's what he did. He peed himself. He was enamored with the mystique of Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. The Tom Brady part I get. The Bill Belichick I don't. But he basically got outcoached.
Yeah.
He did. Because Belichick knew that if he'd get in this guy's head offensively, because McVay's an offensive guy, which that's the one thing Bill can do. Because Bill, when Brady was in, never had to worry about the offense because Tom Brady took care of it.
Yeah.
Now he has to, and you're seeing what happens. Okay, but the thing is, when Tom Brady was in, all Bill had to focus on was how do I stop that guy? And if that's all Bill Belichick has to do, America, hint, defensive coordinator, he can do that better than anybody's ever done it.
Yeah.
He's proven it with unswerving. But he had Tom Brady in a lot of those matchups. So anyway, the bottom line is this. But Jared Goff is not the problem. That's Bill Belichick. How many quarterbacks has Bill Belichick done that to? I can think of one big one, Peyton Manning, who did it to repeatedly. Okay, who's one of the best quarterbacks ever. So Jared Goff should not have been blamed for that shit. But anyway, in Detroit now, since Mr. Patricia got fired, I might add, this goes back to, where is it? I want America to hear this. This goes back to the last 17 games. So week 8 of last year. These are Jared Goff's stats. Okay? 68% completion percentage. 4,473 yards, 29 touchdown passes, 4 picks. They are 13-4. Matt fucking Patricia. That's disgusting. By the way, there is no quarterback in this league over that span that has been better. That would include Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, because he played last year. Okay, I'm just throwing out a few names. Throw out a few names at you. Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. None of them are close to this kid in the last 17 games. And all Detroit did was fire Matt Patricia. The defense rests, Your Honor.
And all Bill did was
hire Matt Patricia. And the offense, maybe that'll make you understand. The Pats' offense the year before was 10th. They were 6th in the league of scoring. He hires Matt Patricia, and they go from 10 to 27. 10 to 27. What was that term Max Kellerman used to throw around? Oh, the cliff. That's it, the cliff. Yes, the cliff. Would that, Tom, not equate to a cliff?
That would.
Yeah, that would. With most of the same personnel. Matt Patricia, boys and girls. And guess where he is right now? He's in Philly. Hi, Joel.
You think he's causing problems?
He's in the building, isn't he?
That's true.
Hi, Joel. There might be a little more room on the train of misery, Joel. Come December. Might be another seat for you. We might keep one warm. Anyway, pick segment this week. So me going 8-7, you going 9-6. What were we going into? What were our records? I had our records going into last weekend. So you gained. I'm a complete touchdown, extra point back now. Let me see here. So let me go back to what our records were before this weekend's debacle. Let's see. Where is it? We are. Did I send it to you? I sent it to you.
What?
Our records. Hold on, right here.
Oh, I have it. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. We are.
So we were.
Hang
on, I got it. Hang on there. 51, 24, 45, and 30.
Okay, so I am now.
I am now
53 and 37. So let me write that down. I'm 53 and 37.
53.
37.
37, okay.
And you were 41 and 20. So now you're 50. You were 9-7? No, you were 9-6. You're 50 and 26. No, I'm sorry.
No,
you're 60.
I was 51 and
You're 51.
24.
You're 60 and 30 then. 9-6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
60
you're
and
60 and 30. 60 and 30. So you're 66%. There you go. That's good. All right. That's going into. Is this week 7?
Yeah.
We are week 7, right? Okay. Still not at the halfway point.
Okay, so you're 53-37. I'm 60-30.
60-30. Boom.
All right.
Okay,
You're
so
gonna run through
I'm gonna
the.
go. Yeah, I have them up right here. Hold on a
Okay.
second. I'm gonna put them in here. Where is it? Where did it go? I just had it in front of me. And somebody wanted to mess with me. All right, so the first one. By the way, it sucks you're not going to be around Thursday night because this has got. Talk about starting off the week right. Jacksonville at New Orleans. That's a Donnie and the Brook right there. So it's at New Orleans.
Oh man, that's a tough one.
It's a tough one. It's tough.
I'm a little sour on Jacksonville.
Well, didn't they win last week?
Yeah, but it's not a logical one. It's because of the way they're using Calvin Ridley.
Didn't you just offer him in a trade?
I did.
Yeah.
Well, it was for Derrick Henry. It was an even trade.
Okay.
But I didn't do it to him because I don't think Allah knows what he's doing.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
Because he's got multiple good receivers, including Christian Kirk, who's already on the Jags.
Yeah, he doesn't need.
He doesn't have good running backs. No. He had Samaje Perine starting.
Yeah.
Derrick,
a guy who I dumped.
He got 1 point. Derrick Henry was on the bench.
I dumped him 3 weeks ago.
And Derrick Henry's on the bench with like 20 points.
Yeah.
And he's going to trade me Derrick Henry. So I was kind of like...
That's called marijuana, America.
Yeah. So I just kind of stayed away because I felt kind of gross Dude, I felt kind of gross doing the trade.
That's called Joe Boo is running the ship. And he's doing it with smoke in front of his eyes.
It was kind of like the way the Yankees took Babe Ruth for a couple of, Broadway tickets. That's kind of what
this is a very interesting matchup for a multitude of reasons. Look, the last couple of weeks, I do think that Sunshine is starting to look more like Sunshine. Overall, he did get hurt. I don't know how bad it is. I think he's going to play, though. I don't think he's out.
Let's look at him.
But they, when you look at his numbers, again, and this goes into the whole, he is completing 67% of his passes. That's good. 1,500 yards. He's averaged 7 touchdowns, 3 picks. He's been sacked 16 times. His rating is 91. He's doing well. It's just quiet. It's not like, it's not as loud. They're 4-2. I mean, they're in first place. So, they lost that one to Houston, which kind of showed. That's kind of the one that has the sour taste in everybody's mouth. Because Kansas City is not a bad loss.
Because that was about New Orleans, or are you talking?
I'm talking about Jacksonville. The bad loss is Houston, who just
beat
New Orleans.
Right, is that really a bad loss?
No, it's not. I think New Orleans. I thought that Houston's defense was going to keep them in games. I didn't think the offense would be this good.
The offense is confident.
The offense has been better than anybody anticipated, and they're winning. They're 3-3. No one thought they would win 3 games all year. No one did. So kudos to Jamel. By the way, talk about early coach of the year candidate.
D'Amico.
Yeah, him. I would say him right away. Because the defense, everybody knew was going to be stout because of him, and they were pretty good last year. This offense, C.J. Stroud.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, not only is your defense playing good as fuck, you're actually having success with a rookie quarterback.
He's gotten better. But again, they're building around him. They already had a running back. They went and got a receiver. They got the tight end, right? Didn't they
they got the receiver that he told them to get. He told them to draft Nico Collins.
Kind of like when Joe Burrow said, "Hey, can we go get Jamar?" Kind of like that shit. Maybe when Tua, when Tua, who's from Alabama, said, "Hey, what about that Waddle kid? He looks pretty good." Or maybe when Jalen Hurts said, "Hey, that Devontae Smith, we used to go. Can we get? Yeah." Mac Jones goes into Belichick's office and gets fucking a beer thrown at him. You get the fuck out of here, kid. Get back, get your fucking nose in your playbook. You're gonna be the one who's gonna rescue us from all this shit. That's why I didn't pay you. And he hasn't paid him yet either. So, and he made a Pro Bowl with this fucking loser. All right. So anyway, yeah. They got a running game. They're averaging 113 a game. Not terrible, not great. But they're 4-2. The bad loss is Houston, who's 3-3, and they lost to Kansas City, who's elite, who's 5-1 right now. So,
well, I mean, the only thing about the Jags
they beat Buffalo.
They have not really clicked fully yet. It feels like.
Yeah.
When you think about, because remember coming into this season, you were like, they are coming. You were talking about them being just like a steamroller.
They're
4-2, and they haven't even hit that.
No,
so
they beat Buffalo, which I thought was a statement win.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they've proven, and the Kansas City game, they lost by 1 score. Mm-hmm. They lost by 1 score. They couldn't, KC's defense. Mahomes made a play at the end. I mean, which, by the way, how many times has KC done that? So I mean, the thing is, there's no shame in that. The Houston loss, I don't think is bad because I think Houston is better than people think they are.
Yeah.
Which I said that they're going to be better. But I didn't think the offense would be here yet.
Yeah.
I thought they might win 2 games, maybe 3 games all year. Not at week 6. No way. So anyway, and then that Houston team just beat New Orleans.
Yeah. And New Orleans just stomped a mud hole in New England.
Who's done?
Who else has New Orleans beaten?
They lost to Tampa.
They lost to Tampa.
I don't think New Orleans is that good. They're 3-3.
Dude, but they beat y'all by 30.
We stink.
I know, but
We have the worst GM in the. Let me say this. We have the worst GM in the NFL. We are still $12 million under the cap. There's no other team in the league that's $12 million under the cap right now, Tom.
I understand, but like, for y'all to get beat by 30 something.
You're thinking that's Bill Belichick, and I keep telling you, yeah, that's Bill Belichick. Okay.
No, I've been telling you that this year because you've been picking them to win.
I thought he had a competitive bone left in his
No,
body.
he doesn't.
Turns out he doesn't. All right, so I was wrong about that. Good. He leaves faster. Even better for me. I said, if they miss the playoffs, I'm not going to be mad about it because that means he gets fired. And I said that in the summer.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's looking more and more like that's going to happen. So anyway, back to this, though. I mean, look, the Saints, pistol whipping the Patriots doesn't impress me. Because they've quit on their coach. The coach is checked out. The GM's a fucking joke. I don't care. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. Okay? They beat Tennessee by a point. They beat Carolina by 3, and they drubbed New England. None of these wins are impressive.
Yeah. Especially Carolina.
Carolina by 3 points. They lost to Green Bay.
All right, then I'm picking the Jags on the road.
I mean,
Well, hang on a second. Let me look up Trevor Lawrence.
he's. I just told you what he is. 67% of his passes.
No. I'm talking about injury status.
Oh.
I don't give a fuck about his stats.
Well, they do tell you how he's doing.
No, but I know the kind of quarterback he is. You know what I'm saying?
Knee injury rapidly improving. Looks like he's playing Thursday night.
That's gonna suck if he can't run because his feet have been helping him
A lot.
in the past. Like when they were in London.
New Orleans front 7 is stout.
Yeah.
It's stout. It's among the best in the league. I will give you that. And that's why they've won 3 games, because honestly, their offense really hasn't done a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, the most points they had was against New England, and 14 of those came off turnovers. Pick 6 and a fumble recovery for 6. The offense only scored 20 points. The offense has scored 16, 20, 17, 9, 20 and 13.
Yeah, no, their offense
Their offense
is
has
not
not
impressive because
been-
of David Carr.
Yeah,
and now
they've got weapons.
now he's
I
got
would
a
give
bump
anything for
shoulder.
Mac Jones to have those weapons. Oh my God, what Mac
Olave,
Jones?
Kamara.
Oh my God, what could Mac Jones do with that? Oh my
Their
God,
third receiver is Michael Thomas.
I know. Our third receiver has been a healthy scratch for 4 weeks.
Yeah, so he is questionable though. Trevor's questionable.
Okay.
Man,
Yes, you may. Trevor's questionable. Okay. Well, yeah, Trevor.
he was a
all right.
limited participant in practice today.
All right, so here's the deal. If
He's
he play-
limited. He's
if he
but
plays,
it's a Thursday game.
It's a Thursday. If he plays, Jacksonville. If he doesn't, New Orleans. Okay, moving on.
So we got to go with Jacksonville. 'Cause
yeah,
we're gonna
if he
assume
plays,
he's gonna play.
yeah, if he plays, it's Jacksonville. But I'm telling you, if he doesn't, it's New Orleans.
Is it bad to pee in the middle of the pick segment? I gotta go.
You do this all the time. Why is this?
It's
Go.
not usually during a pick segment.
Go. We're 33 minutes. In fact, you know what?
Shit.
We're gonna break real quick.
Yeah, we'll come back.
We'll
and
break.
finish.
He's gonna take a pee break. We're gonna break. We'll be right back. Finish off the picks, and then we'll get into the NBA.
It's gonna be a quick one.